Howdy y'all. This video is going to be light on information just for anybody curious about the outcome of the whole situation that talked about in the Valvoline Restore and Protect video and the follow-up about the camshaft synchronizer gear 2008 F150 and just got it back together, started it up. I'm going to put the microphone on the motor. That is what it is sounding like, and I don't know. Microphones are a little weird. I don't know how it sounds in the mic, but in real life here, it sounds really good. Doesn't sound like it's eating itself. It was so bad when it got here. It sounded like it was blowing up. If you ever had an engine that is, in the process of completely eating itself, or has, or even has a bad harmonic balancer, if you've heard that sound before, it was like that, every bit as much as that. But we are looking good so far. As far as the Valvoline Restore and Protect, right now I just have Valvoline Pro DS full synthetic in it. I actually went with a 5W30 because the original specification for this motor, back when the motor was first being produced in the late 90s, I think it was 5W30 at that point. It was revised for 5W20, not for durability reasons, but for fuel efficiency reasons. So we've got 5W30 in there. We'll run this for a little while, make sure everything's good to go, and then if the customer wants to continue with the Restore and Protect, we will of course do that, and we'll just be prepared for filter changes. An early filter change, same thing as I said before, early filter change, cut it open, see what it looks like, see if we got sludge in there, see how it's looking, and we'll go from there. I will say, when I had this engine apart, it looked surprisingly good, and I should have taken video of this, but it looked pretty good for something that apparently had so much sludge in it that it was plugging up the oil filter. So I'm guessing a lot of that stuff got loosened up and thrown into the oil filter, and now the engine is cleaner for it. Of course, I just had the timing cover and the oil pan off, so you can't see everything with that. I don't know what it's like under the valve covers. This is, a customer needs to fix this on the most reasonable budget possible. So we're not going into everything on here. This is one of those just keep it running kind of things. Anyway, the parts of the engine that I was able to see looked good. The way this engine is, when you take off the oil pan, you look up, some pistons are visible through there. The bottoms of the pistons, obviously you can't see the piston rings, but the bottom of the pistons looked clean. Don't know what they were like before, but they look good. When I was under there, didn't see a bunch of buildup on anything. The oil pickup was pretty clean, which is kind of a surprise to me for as much stuff was in the oil filter. What I'm guessing is that the Valvoline, it probably, rather than breaking off large chunks of sludge, it breaks it up and makes it pretty fine so that you don't have junk plugging up the pickup screen. That's what it seems like to me. So even if it plugs up a oil filter, that's filtering down to the micron level, it looks like this stuff probably won't be plugging up oil pickup tubes. Probably. Again, some of them just depend on condition of the engine. You might have that happen. Who knows? But yeah, seems like a happy ending. Oh, I am so glad that this is fixing to be over. I'm so glad it looks like it's turning out well. We'll do the test drive here shortly, and we'll be right back. Alrighty, test drive complete, final checks done, and it looks like this truck will live to work another day. So to recap here, we have let's go look at it. Let's look at it again. It's so bad. It's worse now because I dropped it on the ground. Camshaft, synchronizer, drive gear, destroyed. Original, interestingly, not all that bad. But we did the matching We got a drive gear from a junkyard because it's not available anywhere. Nobody makes it, nobody has it. None left over, no old stock, nowhere, nothing, nobody. So we have that all from the junkyard. Used camshaft synchronizer in there, drive gear behind the timing cover. We have completely new timing set, chain, sprockets, guide tensioner assembly, basically, because that's the first thing under that drive gear, and you could see little bits of metal all over that, so I wasn't going to take a chance with the timing chains. We just replaced that. It's not a lot when you're already getting stuff. A new high volume, allegedly, oil pump, sealed power from Rock Auto. And what else do we have? Resealed the oil pan, new timing cover, gasket, front crankshaft seal, of course. Fresh coolant, fresh oil change. We've got a little bit cheaper oil filter on there right now, just for the sake of, in case there's any stuff that the Valvoline Restore and Protect has started to loosen up that might come free with this fresh oil in here. We're running just a little bit cheaper filter right now, and we've got a couple extra Wix filters for, the plan is going to be, let's pull this filter off of here pretty soon, within the next few 100 miles or so, see how that looks, cut it open, get an idea for how things are proceeding with the engine as far as stuff coming loose and getting caught up in that oil filter. And then we'll proceed from there. And if the customer wants to do the Valvoline again, then we'll do it. And if not, again, it sounds great right now. Originally, the reason we moved to the Restore and Protect was because of a intermittent lifter tick. And so far in my testing, that's gone. The customer said it went away within a couple days of using that Valvoline. So we might just keep up with regular full synthetic oil changes now and be fine. Or if he wants to keep doing the Valvoline and see if there's any more benefits that come with that, then we can do that too. But right now, in the meantime, we're just going to keep up with these oil filters, see how that goes, make sure we don't run into the same problem again. And other than that, this work truck lives to work another day. So I reckon that'll about do it. Thank you all for following along. Have a good one.